Yo, how's it going, guys? Christian Loza here with How's Some Podcast, and I'm here with a friend of mine, Anthony Anderson, aka AO Anderson. How's it going, man?
Good. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. So, dude, tell us, man, for those watching out there that aren't familiar with you or your work, tell us what you do.
Right now, I am the marketing director at Rotiform. I also oversee all the other brands that are under MHT, so US Mags, Fuel, Off-Road, Dub, Niche, Foos, and just kind of help curating content and putting together our shoots, some of our campaigns for the team.
That's awesome, man. That sounds like they got a lot of cool stuff going on over there.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
That's awesome, man. So, dude, how did you first get into photography and video?
Well, as far as photography, I was going to school at Art Institute for my bachelor's in graphic design, and I think it was like my second quarter, and school put out like a new process that they were saying like, hey, you have to source all your work. So anything that you pulled from the internet, you had to source it. So, I mean, after the first quarter, I did so many projects, I was like, there's no way I can do this. So I went ahead and picked up a camera and started shooting my own stuff to kind of use for my own projects. So it was a little bit more difficult because I had to purchase some of these things, you know.
Yeah,
like
it was on your own dime.
Yeah, so I want to do an ad. I want to do an ad on Coca-Cola, buy some Cokes or something like that, kind of photograph them.
And print your stuff and all that stuff.
Print all my stuff. So yeah, I just started learning how to shoot just from that, kind of go in that direction, and learned how to light and picked up some lights and just kind of same thing, like YouTube, and
nice.
Also surrounded by a lot of photographers at the time, so just asking questions and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the best part about school, just being like surrounded with a bunch of cool people, creative people. Yeah. So did you finish your BFA in design, or did you or did you switch majors, or did you just say F it, I'm done with school, and just kept and started working?
No, so actually when I was in school, I was already working. I was doing some marketing for Boston at the time, and that was cool too because I was able to use their cars and stuff like that for projects and stuff. So I finished up my bachelor's in graphic and had the portfolio presentation, and
That's always fun.
Yeah, it was interesting,
Yeah,
see all the work and everyone checking it out and stuff. I got some offers, but nothing that I was like interested in at the time. I was already in the automotive industry.
And you knew that was like your niche, like what you wanted to be in. Right?
Yeah. I enjoyed a lot of it because it kind of helped me with kind of curating content, curating campaigns, and kind of like being like an art director type of deal. So I just stayed with it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool, man. So you graduated from school, and you continued working and stuff, and you've been killing it ever since.
Thanks.
What's been your best professional like moment or achievement, would you say, since you've been out of school and just like working and doing your thing? It can be professional, it could be like personal work or whatever. What would you say?
I'm gonna have to go with some of the personal work.
Yeah.
Just because it's like you see all these big campaigns on the internet and stuff like that, and you're always wondering like who's shooting it or who's doing it and stuff like that. So one of the campaigns or projects that I worked on was with Beats, and I did a project with them during Art Basel, and it was just insane.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about like that campaign?
Yeah, it was actually Kid Cudi's like party for his new album.
Okay.
It was launched during Art Basel, and for that project, they wanted me as the like front camera. So I was photographing the whole event, but I was also shooting live photos, meaning like I was sending their marketing person all the photos like during the event so they can post live on the story and whatnot. And just being like into music, it was just kind of a crazy, event for me because I was standing next to Kid Cudi, Virgil, Travis Scott,
Wow.
ASAP Rocky. Like, meanwhile, you want to enjoy the moment, but you're also working, you know? So it's
Yeah,
like,
it's
it
tough.
was tough, you know? Like, it was, and these guys know that you're there for beats, you know? Like, you run into them in backstage, and so, you know, you have a camera in their face, and they're not going to throw it out of your hand,
Yeah.
you know? Whereas someone else puts their phone in front of
They're like, no
an
pictures,
artist's
no
face. Yeah,
pictures.
exactly. You know, so it's kind of crazy that you have that type of relationship with these artists for that little moment of time. You know, so it was insane.
That's
I
cool,
couldn't
man.
I could relive that every day. I would.
That's awesome, man. That's a pretty, really big, like, professional
Yeah,
achievement for sure.
yeah.
That's awesome, man. So, let's talk a little bit about Rotiform. Can you tell us like your role slash duties as creative marketing director?
Yeah. So I curate all the content for our social and also help out with some of the content for our websites, as well as putting together shoots and campaigns. Um, for like our videos and photo shoot stuff and some of our ads. Um, and then just kind of like help out with the team, helping put the team together, you know,
For
picking.
that specific project or shoot?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's cool, dude. What do you feel like is the biggest challenge in your role?
Just keeping up with, you know, I have a lot of friends in the industry that are buying, you know, they want to hook up and mod their cars and stuff like that. And you want to help out as much as possible because you want to, you know, also have a cool build and like a friendship with some of these guys. So it's kind of tough, kind of like getting
Balancing that.
balancing that with like also like social media, also with, you know, the emails. And you also got to remember that you're home, like you're with the media team, like I'm with 3 4 of the guys, so I got to stay on track with that and what we have to do as far as our daily duties, our
Yeah.
shoots and stuff. So, you know, you get out, we go on a trip, and the emails don't stop,
Oh,
the text
you're
messages
still
don't stop, you're
working
still
all the
working. Yeah,
time.
so
Yeah.
it's just kind of hard to just balance everything and keep up with all of it, you know.
Do you ever get the I want wheels but I don't know my specs kind of messages, or like the can I shoot for you guys? Or I'm sure you get a ton of different messages.
Yeah, we get that. I just try not to, you know, I'm not giving out that information,
Yeah.
even if I do know it.
Yeah.
Um, you know, usually I just let them, hey, what do you know, like what kind of style you want, like help them with the styles, and then, you know, trying to point them in the correct direction so they can go through a dealer and
Yeah.
whatnot to order.
Cool, man.
So
What's your relationship like with the company, Roadform?
it's good, man.
Yeah.
We all get along, the whole media team. You know, Brian, Jason, um, Corey does all the graphic work. Like everyone gets along. We're all. I think that's really important. The
With the job,
with the
yeah. Yeah,
job,
you
like,
gotta love the people you work
yeah,
with, or it's just not
the
gonna work.
chemistry has to be really good. But you know, it's also a job, so we know when it's game time. You know, we know when it's, you know, we work hard and then we
Play
kind of
hard.
like play a little bit, and then you know, it's always, you got to realize to separate the two when it's time to get to work and when you got deadlines and stuff like that. So, but for the most part, everyone gets along. Everyone's really cool with one another. Everyone
And I'm
has
sure that makes like trips and vacations much more better.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
No
cool.
one's really too strict, or like, you know, everyone has a good sense of humor.
Yeah,
So
that's cool, man. What's a typical day like for you at work?
get into the office, kind of go over all the emails and stuff like that I have that need to be done immediately, um, and then just like go through all the social outlets and stuff, make sure that we have content being posted. Um,
You guys have like a set schedule, or
no, just kind of
when it feels right or
when
when
I,
it's good?
you know, and when we have like new stuff, sometimes we kind of post some stuff and just send it out. But I think our customers or our followers love to see the wheels, like the wheels on the floor and being like produced and stuff. So most of the time, my office is a little bit away from like where our production offices, so I just walk over,
Snap some pictures or
check
video.
check
Yeah.
the floor out, see what's going on, and then take some photos of that.
That's cool. So, dude, Rotiform got bought out by MHT Luxury not too long ago, a couple years ago. How do you feel that's helped the brand out?
Major.
Yeah, Major.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you got quality control now right there in the facility. You got, you know, opportunity to check out samples and, bring in new cast designs whenever and check them out. I mean, it's
It has expanded them like
yeah,
tremendously.
tremendously.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's major.
That's
you
awesome,
know?
man. It's cool.
I don't think it was a bad move.
Yeah, I think that's an amazing move.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
awesome, man. Cool. So since you've been working with Rotiform, what's been your favorite feature or body of work that you've done for them?
It's definitely going to be our Worthy trips.
Yep.
That's just an amazing event to go to. The people are so nice and everyone's so cool over there, and we have just content for days. I mean, we shoot
Non-stop.
nonstop for a week straight. Just the content is just unbelievable. The locations are ridiculous. I mean,
Right? Breathtaking, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, we reuse locations, but it's like the
Doesn't
time
matter,
of
yeah.
the time of day. It's like the biggest difference. You can shoot at the same location every day, and hit it in the morning, and it's amazing. Hit it on sunset, it's ridiculous. So
Yeah.
I would have to say our Worthy trips is definitely
That's-
like the best.
That's awesome, man.
Feature.
And you guys do like you guys do like I'm taking it you guys do like individual like features and then you do compile a big video, or is it just to go there to do one big video?
So we do one big video. We cut it into segments for the full video. But for our marketing purposes and stuff like that, we do cut out like individual features because we do shoot. Most of the time, we're shooting more than one car, and we get a lot of clips of them rolling shots.
And you can just do like a ton of stuff with that.
Yeah. So, I mean, overall project, Worthy project is one full video, which is like we want to make it a short film.
But you can take snippets out of
Yeah.
that and make like a video ad or and different
Yep,
things. That's
yeah,
awesome, man.
yeah.
So you guys get to do some traditional print ads for like magazines. Are you like a part of that, or do you manage it, or what's your role with those?
So they, for the most part, I just kind of shoot the photos, knowing that it's going to be an ad. And usually a lot of times it's like specific vehicle that's being put on this new set of wheels, or whether it's a car that's over in the UK or something. So they tell me like, hey, we're going to shoot this for an ad. For this, as far as designs part, I'm not involved at that. Jason and Corey are the main ones that are doing that, and we leave it up to them because they just have the sense of humor and stuff like that. I don't know if you've seen them lately, but they're pretty awesome.
I think I saw one on your Instagram. That's how I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta ask.
That's pretty funny, yeah. So like, I just see the final, and I always tend to laugh at all of them.
Hey, if it's making you laugh, it's gotta be
Yeah.
working, right? So, dude, you get to do quite a bit of traveling. Besides War the Sea, what else is like your favorite automotive show to travel to?
I would have to say the Players show in Goodwood.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
I've only been once, but it was just, I don't know, I just thought it was pretty amazing. Like, it's on a track, and the cars are running, hitting the track, and then they had one of the drifters, like, drifting out there, and just the location's pretty cool, and
Yeah, dude, that's like the one show that I really want to go to
Yeah.
that I haven't.
the quality of cars, and for me, it's awesome because I get to see the new stuff, I get to see the old school stuff, so
Yeah.
that's
And
really,
what's cool too about the position you're in too is there's a lot of people rocking your guys' wheels out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure you guys are just like having fun and
yeah.
shooting stuff and cool.
Yeah.
What about personally, like work out the window? Just what's your favorite place to go to just to like travel to that you just enjoy yourself? No work, you just go there and you just like, I love this place.
Damn, you got me on that one. I don't even know.
You don't even know?
No, I mean, I've been to Chicago that was fun.
I love
And I
Chicago.
got to eat a lot, so that was really cool.
Yeah.
Um, and I'd probably say New York.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Can't beat New York, man.
New York is I feel like is pretty dope.
I love New York just because of like all the shops they have there and
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, Supreme's there, obviously, in like round two. I just love New York.
yeah. I
It's
would say
awesome.
I would go with New York.
Yeah.
I love the vibe. I don't know if I could live there, but
I can't either. It's too like
yeah,
it's too compact. I love visiting though,
yeah,
just
yeah.
because all the stuff they have there. So uh, you recently went to Austria like not too long ago, right?
Last year, so we go every year.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a different time, depending on. I don't know what it depends on actually.
It's just
It's always a different. It's around the same time, but yeah, we went last year. It's about a year ago. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What do you guys get into when you go there?
We just get to the hotel and we get right to work. Yeah.
Wow.
Get right to work. We have, those guys have been preparing for Where the Sea. That's like their biggest event. So there's tons of vehicles on our wheels by our, dealers and shops out there, and they all got 10 plus cars each. So we get straight to work, start to shoot, and try to feature the groups. It's a little bit difficult because it's there's also a little bit of a language barrier and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, straight to work, start to shoot day one, get in and schedule what we can, cruise around the area as well because there's a lot of like different spots like that gas station, super popular. So, go there at night. Everyone pulls up over there. You get to like maybe pick a couple cars that you want to shoot for the upcoming week or a couple days, So
How long do you guys go there for usually?
usually a week.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty good amount of time
Yeah.
to be there.
Yeah,
That's
I think
cool.
this year we're there for like 5 days or so.
Oh wow,
6 days. Yeah.
dude. Yeah, I've seen the content. And I'm like, it's gotta
Yeah.
be fun.
It's fun. It's
Yeah,
fun.
and you guys had a good team this last go around, so that must have made it cool. too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's sped up the process on our shoots. Sometimes you want to like spend a lot of time on. You got a nice car. You got a nice location. You need to get all the shots and stuff, and we're doing photo and video stuff. So it's like we both have to kind of fit it in the time that we have. So last year we definitely sped
It's
up the
hard
process.
doing both, man.
Yeah.
It's super hard.
Yeah.
A lot of like collaborating and just like
Yeah.
big things and yeah.
Yeah, we usually go with whoever's ready to go first.
That's a good way of doing it.
video-
Why
like,
not?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like let JJ get all his shots and stuff like that, and then like before we turn the car, I'll just snap a couple photos if I'm not using lights and stuff.
Yeah, and then he'll probably go back to it. And
He'll
like,
go
switch
back to
yeah.
it, switch the location of the car, direction, whatever.
That's cool. That's
So-
fun, man. What's a place that's on your bucket list to visit that you've never been to? Whether you'd like to go there professionally or just on your own. Is there a place that you're just like, I want to go, but I've never been? Like for me, it's like that's Japan because I've never been to Japan.
Oh, yeah.
I've always wanted to go there. Or like Australia, still haven't gone there. Is there like that one place?
Ah, man. I don't know.
You don't know.
No.
Is there so many places to go to?
There's so many, and it's like it's all depends on the scenario,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You got a significant other, you want to go to like Bali and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like
It just depends. Let's make that your answer.
all right, that's fine.
So, dude, the last time we saw each other, before the last time I was here, but before that, we saw each other at H2O.
Yeah.
How was your H2O 2017 experience this year or this past year?
It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I don't think I stayed out late as much. There was a lot of craziness this year.
Yeah.
There was too much going on, I feel. Like,
Yeah.
at nighttime and cops and all the streets like kept on getting shut down or
Yeah,
whatever.
man.
It was nuts.
You think they'll have the event next year? This year, sorry. I hope so.
I mean, they really didn't have it last year, right?
Yeah. No, I'm not talking like the car show, but just like the gathering.
The gathering?
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll have it. I mean,
The town hates it.
the town hates it, but I think the town it definitely brings in money.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a place where the car community goes and hangs out. A lot of guys on the East Coast and stuff.
It's mainly just to like see your friends and
Yeah,
just
it's to
chill.
see
Yeah.
your friends hang
Yeah.
out.
And you do work there obviously too, right? Like
Yeah.
features and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how many did you do this go around? Do you, like a handful or a little bit or?
Probably like 10,
Okay.
11 cars maybe.
I'm
this
sure that kept
year.
you pretty busy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's difficult because that strip gets packed sometimes. It's like you set up a shoot or you get in contact with someone that's in the area. You want them to meet you down at the street. It takes them 35, 40 minutes to get out of that. Because we're not really ever featuring a car like in the main areas. We always kind of go down the strip a little bit. So that takes some time. Sometimes you're running against the clock. I think we shot Dominic's EC10, that Porsche.
Yeah.
And we were waiting for him, and the sun was setting, and it was like on the bay side, and he got there finally, and it was just kind of like click, 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 like as fast as you could, because the sun was just going down. The light was perfect.
Oh yeah.
So.
Dude, it's so hard to find a good place to shoot in Ocean City.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are tending to reuse spots over there, but.
Yeah, I met up with Sempec and we shot my car and we could not. We were looking for a spot for so long.
Yeah.
It's tough.
But
man.
that's like that main spot on the side.
Yeah.
With the like that trailer that's there and stuff.
That's
yeah.
like one of the spots. It's just like yeah. Unless you're like willing to drive like super far out of the way, like being like in Ocean City is like really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, H2O was fun this year, man.
Definitely was.
I liked it.
It's always fun.
I always like
always
going.
a good time.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. So you get to do a lot of collaborating with a lot of creatives. What's something that you like look for in somebody that like you want to bring on board to like collaborate with you or the company?
I would just say like, you have a vision, you pitch your vision to the creative, whoever it is, whether they understand it or not. If they're bringing something to the table, their own vision as well, like kind of like changing it, and they're like kind of responsive to what you're saying, and they can like kind of improvise on it. It only helps out the shoot more. Like it's better for the shoot. So I think that's one thing that I kind of like look for, like just to see like if someone are they gonna work well with who we're working with, with the team.
Yeah, because if they're not, there's like no point in even like.
Yeah, like you gotta have, like I said, the chemistry is 100, like it's key,
Yeah,
it's
you can't have somebody who's like a diva or somebody who's like not gonna be well with collaborating.
Yeah.
Do you care to share like any of the people that you like enjoy working with the most, like collaborating wise, or?
It's a ton of people, man. It's everybody, Della. Della works at Boston. He's the homie. I've been friends with him since I was like 10 years old.
Oh wow.
So yeah. So that's definitely someone that I love to like work with. It's very creative and also kind of makes the shoots fun.
Yeah.
Let's see, JJ Larson, of course.
The king.
Yeah. We tend to battle against each other every once in a while,
Yeah.
We tend to argue, but he also sees the directions. It's only to better our content and our videos and our what we're trying to do. So it's always fun with that. Let's see.
Kozio, right? You guys.
Kozio, yeah. Kozio. He's always he gives a different direction and has a different eye for the videos and stuff like that. So it's always awesome to get his input on some of the stuff. Photographer wise,
yeah.
Oh man, there's a whole list. Ton, right? Yeah, yeah. Some of the guys back at home, William Stern.
Nice.
We got Andrew Link.
Familiar with both of those.
Yeah, those guys are
good.
Killer.
Yeah, nice man. Cool, dude. What would be like your ideal collaboration involving Rotiform, whether it's with a company or somebody you haven't worked with, or just it could just be like very vague, like.
Man, ideal collab.
Anyone.
That's a tough one.
I know, right?
I don't know. really want to do an event.
Oh,
I
dude,
think that's really what I.
that's a good, yeah, a collaboration event or just an event in general.
Yeah, but like an event with someone, even like, kind of have like a show slash event, and have some type of like.
Like a Rotiform presents or something,
Yeah,
or
but
like
like
a,
bring more to
yeah,
like. I feel like also our apparel. It's kind of like, a lot of people want to grab it. A lot of people want to. We list up our new stuff, our new
yeah.
products, and
You
I
guys have
feel
done
like it's.
some like cool stuff too, man.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
feel like it's gone in 2 seconds. So like an event where it's people can see the wheels, see the cars, grab some of the apparel. Um, but I don't know who the collab I would want to.
oh
There's
yeah,
so many people that I feel like can tie in with the brand.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we got a collab happening right now. I can't really say much
Oh
about it,
man.
but it should be done pretty soon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What can we expect from it? Is it like a can't say much?
I can't say much, but
It's gonna be big, right?
yeah, it's gonna be big. Yeah,
That's cool,
it's
man.
it's definitely a pretty cool collaboration.
How long has that collaboration been like has it been in the works for a while or?
Yeah, it's been in the works I think for a little bit now, probably like a month and a half or so.
Okay.
Randomly was presented, and Brian showed me this design, and I was like, oh, whoa, okay, that's pretty sweet. So now we're just kind of putting all the pieces together, all the marketing content, and it's just coming along great.
That's awesome, man.
Can't wait to kind of like see it all launched up and stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So, dude, you're heavily involved in the automotive industry. How did you first get in the cars?
Man, I don't. There was like a local group of friends that used to always meet up at this wing spot in Miami called Jersey's.
Yeah.
It was always like a bunch of like Volkswagen Audi guys, like way back
Way back.
when.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's when I first started to like getting into cars. I got a GLI like way back when, and lowered it. Some of the guys were like, "Oh, let's put this on it, let's put that on it," and I just modded it out. But
Yeah.
way back when, it wasn't about stance and slamming your cars, and I don't think air suspension was like
Was a thing,
a
right?
thing then. So, it was all bolt-ons.
Bolt-ons.
Yeah. Now I think back at that build, and I'm like, I would never drive a car like that again. I had like a 3-inch turbo back exhaust on
Oh,
it.
shit.
It's like, turn it on, the whole neighborhood heard me. So
That was loud.
that was loud, yeah. Downpipe, everything, the whole works. So, yeah, that's how I got into it. I got a local meet, and then I just picked up a camera. I had a wide angle lens on this camera. I felt like that was like the coolest thing in
What
the
was
world.
your first camera ever?
I had a Nikon. I don't even remember what body I had. Nikon camera, and I had like a Sigma like wide angle.
Wide angle.
Yeah, and I would shoot rollers like out the window, like
Hanging out the window.
just me. Like I'll just drive and just put
Oh,
because
shit.
I mean it was
That's
wide
ballsy.
angle.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would just snap and vignetting like all over the place and stuff.
So, dude, speaking of like cameras and like your setups, you've changed your setup quite a bit over the years, right?
have,
Like
yeah.
brand wise too, right?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
what like how can you just give us like a bit like a quick rundown? Like,
So I got a Nikon first, and that was just kind of like my point and shoot that I was shooting during school and
Yeah.
stuff. Like, and then I picked up a Canon body, like a 5D, and I went full fledged on that, like 24 to 70, 70 to 200,
200 is
135.
like my favorite, man.
Yeah,
2.8.
yeah,
So good.
135L, like all that stuff. And then I don't know when exactly, but I just like I dropped it all. Like I literally got rid of all the Canon gear, and I picked up Nikon.
Oh yeah.
And then the Sony's dropped, and I picked up one of those, and I was having some fun with that. And then I don't know what happened. Like a wave came in, and like the A7R and the A7R2, like
Dude, yeah.
everyone had them, but it was just so hard to get used to those cameras. It was like the mirrorless body and
Yeah.
getting used to like how it fires on the with the strobes and stuff. So I have a A7R2 now, but I also shoot a Nikon body as well because depends on what I'm doing, where I want to.
You want to be like versatile, like yeah.
I won't light paint with the Sony, but I'll light paint like with the Nikon.
So it just depends on like what you want to do or whatever.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Out of all those brands, like which would you say has been like your like favorite?
You know, it's crazy since I shoot with both Nikon and Sony. Sometimes I forget what body I shot with.
So they're like similar in that regard.
Well, a lot of the times, all like the really good, like the sets that I'm really happy with are coming out of the Sony body.
A lot of people seem to be like going that route.
Yeah, so I think
Especially for video then
Yeah.
too, yeah.
I would say Sony is like my favorite.
I'm like a diehard Sony fan.
It's
My
good.
dad has always told me like that's like the brand.
Yeah,
So of course it's like what I normally try to. I mean the camera like here, you know, Sony like I just love that brand. Man.
yeah,
It's awesome.
it's amazing.
Yeah. So, dude, let's just get back in the cars and all that stuff. You got the opportunity to work with like arguably like two of like, you know, the biggest wheel companies like
Yeah.
on the east and the west. What has working for Boston and Rotiform taught you about like the automotive wheel industry?
Oh man, it's.
I'm sure you yeah.
It's just all over.
All
you know?
over, yeah. I'm
it's-
sure you know like the ins and outs and
Yeah,
and more than just like what you do.
yeah. It's. I mean, it's taught me everything, dude. It's everything that I've learned throughout my whole career. You know, deadlines, getting work done. You know, scheduling content, scheduling your shoots, putting together like campaigns and what needs to be done and just all of it, you know. And it's just to help out for like in the company aspect, it's you're shooting vehicles and stuff to obviously to generate sales, so everything's not bagged and fully, you know, tucking
Done up,
fitment,
yeah.
or you know, you gotta shoot for what like the customers are gonna be purchasing. So
Yeah.
you know,
That's a good thing to learn, man, or to
Yeah.
see firsthand.
yeah, like not all the time, you know, you have bagged, you're shooting a bagged car, but you shoot it aired out, and you also shoot it, you know, let's say might be like a spring, like if
Like
you got
a
springs,
drop,
or like a
yeah.
coilover fitment and stuff like
Or
that.
like a safe riding height or something. Yeah.
Because you're marketing to people that are, you know, are gonna purchase these wheels and stuff. So people don't like the camber and don't like air ride and stuff like that. So
So you have to like be the you know, showing the best of both worlds or
Yep.
making it practical as well.
yeah,
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
So dude, when you were working for Boston, you got to fly out to LA to make the day in the life video with Nyjah Huston, which everyone knows is a pro skater.
Yeah.
And the video has gotten, you know, over 1 million views on YouTube. Can you just like tell us a little bit about like that project and like your role and all that stuff?
yeah. Forgot how. I mean, I think I got an email, and Nyjah was looking for a set of wheels, and we were like going about it, and I think I was brought up. It was brought up to my attention, and I was like, oh damn, like Nyjah, he's freaking good, you know,
Yeah.
like that guy's probably one of the best, you know. At the time, he wasn't as popular because I don't think he had any like street league trophies and stuff like that. Della and I flew out. We were able to go and shoot with him on his CLS, and kind of did like a whole day in the lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's cool. Got to go to the Deerdick factory, Rob Deerdick's factory. So that was like around when the show was
Popping
popping,
off,
you know.
yeah.
So it was cool to like be there and stuff. And I feel like the views and stuff like that on that video just started populating because I think right after that he won Street League, or he won right before it, and he just kept on winning.
It was like perfect timing.
Yeah, and it just kept on like
It was when he like blew up.
yeah. And I would say like the team and I were just like would go online to just like look at it, and it would just increase like every like 2-3 months. It would like skyrocket in views, and we're just
Yeah.
like, where
I
the
think
hell
it's
are-
like almost creeping up on like 2 like mil. Like it's further up there. That's awesome though,
yeah,
man.
I'm not even
Yeah,
I
that
don't know,
must
I
have
don't know
been-
the last time I looked at that video. Yeah.
Blast from the past.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at that.
Dude, so social media plays a really big role in like everyday life and automotive. How do you feel like the automotive scene today contributes to social media?
Man, it's crazy, and everyone wants to be first.
Yeah, the
I just
first to do it.
first to
Yeah,
do it. It's interesting to see on the internet and the car guys and stuff like that. But what's crazy is like there's so many people in this automotive industry that build these cars and stuff like that. And you see the photos online, and to some people that see it online, they're like, I want to see it in person. Sometimes it's not as good in person. It looks amazing
but
online.
like photography and videos can do some magic, man.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes you see it online and you're like, that looks badass, and then you see it later and you're like, man, I don't know, I don't like it as much
It's so funny.
anymore.
It's like that with people too sometimes.
Hey,
They can do some magic with those cameras,
yeah.
man. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just they can. I mean, it brings a lot to the table.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
automotive stuff on there, but it's everyone wants to be first. Everyone,
Yeah.
it's just different.
How do you feel that social media? Do you think social media has a big part in Rotiform's success? Like recently?
I wouldn't say so much social media. I feel like they've had it going since the beginning.
Yeah.
Um, I remember way back, SEMA. I I I'll always remember this. There was like a white S5 on like some red, like I think they were um, TMBs or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, and it was like prime location in one of the tire companies booths. And I was like, man, who are these guys? Like, they have cars everywhere in the show, and I can never find the booth. And I mean, that standpoint that they go with, and just seeing all the vehicles and stuff, I was like, man,
They
this
did
is
that all.
yeah, they
Yeah.
did that all. Like, it wasn't like it was just kind of like I wouldn't say like a guerrilla marketing, but like they were marketing their way, and it was working.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I just think the social media stuff now is just kind of
It
like
helps, but it's like
boosting it, but I feel like yeah, people want the product. People,
it's a product that like speaks for itself. But social media just kind of just like giving it that little extra.
yeah,
Like
we're now bringing like, or not now, but like the last few years, we've just been bringing like the content to our followers and our viewers and stuff like that. So I feel like they've had it going since the beginning.
That's awesome.
You
Man.
know?
That's cool that you're able to like help like Rotiform just give them that little
Yeah.
extra boost or whatever.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. What advice do you have for somebody who's just starting uh with their first camera and they have like a passion for cars or just shooting in general?
Um, it's tough. I would say I feel like a lot of people are shooting just to hype themselves up. The fault, like, Instagram is like getting to people's heads, and they just want followers, and they think that that's what matters the most.
And it really doesn't.
It really doesn't.
Uh-uh.
Some of these photographers that are shooting the campaigns that I'm sure every single photographer wants to do, whether they're shooting a Porsche campaign or they're shooting for even Toyota, like a new Toyota, like production cars and stuff like that. It's like, you don't want to, they don't do it for the followers. They have minimal, 4,000 followers, but they're getting those big checks.
Yeah.
And it just depends on what you want to do. As far as like if you want to be someone that's freelance and automotive photographer, I would definitely shoot and learn how to light and learn how
That's so important.
Yeah.
People always fall short with that.
yeah
Yeah.
learn how to light and stuff like that, and learn how to like really get those right angles and
Composition. is key,
composition.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, like I see a lot of photographers that are shooting out today, and it's like, yeah, you got two photos of like a car, like doffed out. It's like that's anyone can do it,
Yeah.
But give me a full set. Let me see
Full
a full
sets are
set.
important.
Get
And
all the angles right, because that's what these companies want to see. They're marketing a product, so you need to show it on the front side. You need to show it on the back side, the side, front quarter, rear quarter. So I would say just shoot, learn how to light, you know, learn how to post, do some post work, and attention to detail.
Yeah.
Try to like learn on what goes on in photography, like post production. There's a lot of photographers out there that are killing it, and I mean, there's a handful you could reach out to, and they'll reply back to you, let you know what's going on. But it's some of these photographers that are looking for the followers and looking for the counts, and they want to like, hey, where's this location at? It's like, I'm not gonna tell you that. You
Yeah.
know, that's like sensitive to like a photographer to ask. You know,
It's like asking
you'll get
someone
left on scene.
It's like asking someone what their wheel specs are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's this location at? Left on the scene. You know.
Do you get that a lot? Because your locations are always good, man. No.
No, yeah, I don't get too many like DMs where like where's the location at and stuff like that. It's weird.
Yeah.
They don't ask me.
So, dude, you're really big into shooting portraits. How did you first get into that?
School, shooting a lot of like projects like with like bikinis or like for like a bikini brand or something like that. I would do an ad on something, and I would just be like, hey, let me shoot this person and shoot that person, or shoot the homie,
Yeah.
she looked good in a bathing suit or something, like I'm just gonna
Let's
shoot it. Started shooting a few friends that like used to like break dance and stuff like that.
Oh, right on.
So that was like just shooting portraits and stuff, and yeah, over the time, like I just kept on doing it and learned how to like light and how it all works and how to post.
What's your favorite kind of like portraits to do? Like, do you enjoy like just shooting like one person in like a studio or like outside, or like with a product in their hand, or like what
Yeah.
kind of, or like fashion stuff? Like, what's your go-to style? Or
I like
portraiture?
studio stuff, and I like to get really creative with the lights.
That's always fun.
You guys, people that follow my work, they know that I use a lot of gels all the time, and that's something that I really love to like mess with, like the lighting and stuff, like the using blue or orange gels to like kind of like backlit or even add to the photo. That's kind of like one of my favorite things to do as far as the portraits.
Cool, man. How do you normally find your models, or what do you look for when you're shooting someone?
Man, it's a lot of like just friends of friends, a lot of like the other homies that shoot. I get introduced to like their friends that are models, and they just want to shoot, and it just kind of like a domino effect.
Yeah.
And you
Once
just
somebody
meet-
finds out you shoot like good people photos, they're like,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
want to link up.
Yeah. And as far as what I look for is like kind of like just, are you comfortable in front of the camera? Because you can have the best looking girl and give them direction, and they just might not know how to take the direction, and
Yeah.
it doesn't, maybe looks a little awkward or so.
Yeah.
So
The best kind of people to shoot are the ones who like know what they're doing, and you're just like there to make it look good.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when a model's just kind of posing by themselves, and like your direction is basically, hey, that looked amazing, like let's stay there or hold this pose or something like that.
Yeah.
So
It's always cool to like talk to them back and forth.
Yeah,
and stuff.
you
And
have to.
Somebody that vibes well is usually like the
You
best
have to.
shoots. Yeah.
I think after you shoot a couple times like with a model, you can like kind of, you learn how to add direction and kind of speak up to them. You can't stay quiet, and that's probably one of the hardest parts of shooting with a model, unless you're friends with them and like them. But
Yeah.
like a random, you got to speak to them,
You
and
gotta
you gotta direct them, like,
Yeah,
or else
and then
you're
they
shoot-
gotta know how to like listen too and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's important,
Yeah.
communication and vibing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You got to do recently. You did like a model shoot for Rotiform. It was when they released their like cruiser skate decks.
Oh yeah.
How was tell us about that?
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was the time I was in Miami at the time when I got a chance to shoot that, and I put that board together. I did some photos over in like at a skate park with one of my friends, but I felt like I wanted the boards to get like a big impact. I mean,
Right.
it was an awesome artwork and everything, and
Oh yeah.
but I wanted to just kind of like, you know, add a little more to it. So I thought like, I always see girls riding these cruiser boards and skate decks and stuff like that and longboards, and kind of like it's a popular thing in California. So I hit up one of my friends, Erica, and we went to the beach and just kind of took some photos out on the sand and on the beach and like kind of cruising and stuff like that.
That's cool.
Um,
Natural lighting too, yeah.
Natural lighting, yeah.
Nice.
You guys didn't see the male version of that photo. I felt like everyone wanted to see the female version of it. So, yeah, I never released the male version of those photos.
Maybe one day.
It
right?
was just kind of like leaning up on the fence, like at the skate park and stuff. People skating in the background, but I felt like the
the girl
girl,
like overpowered
yeah,
that.
it made a bigger impact.
What's been your most memorable time shooting a model? Guy, girl, and just anybody, any model. The most fun you've had.
The most fun I've had,
Yeah.
man. The most fun that I would have had on a shoot, dude, I don't know.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one. There's a lot of them, There's a lot of times where it's
What
fun.
about the one that you've been most happy with, like the end result? Like you're like, yeah, I killed this.
There's two actually.
Yeah, tell us about that.
I've always wanted to do like cars and girls. It's so hard to do.
Oh my god.
Like
Absolutely.
and to do it tasteful,
Yeah.
it's so difficult.
There's so much that like goes into it.
Yeah.
Perfect
And-
car, perfect girl, perfect location.
Right.
All that.
It's so hard to do, and you present it to a girl and they all automatically think like, TNA, and it's not. There's tasteful ways to do the shoots, and I did a shoot with Brian's G-Wagon, and like he just put like a brand new like Toyo open country tires on it.
Yeah.
So I got a girl, and we did it she was like in a one piece,
Okay.
black one piece, like she had like platinum blonde hair, and that shoot was like last minute, got on location, started shooting, and everything came out amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a really good shoot. And another one is my buddy Danny Crespo. He's a DJ.
Yeah.
He came through to the studio, and I literally shot him with no actual softbox in front of him, kind of just gels only, kind of blasted like a red and blue like gel, and the photos I barely touched them in post. It just worked so well.
Dude, that's the best. I love that. When
Yeah.
you're just like, not gonna touch this.
Yeah, and like just seeing it roll out for him, like seeing all of the content roll out for him with those photos, like his photos were all over the place at different venues. I think he traveled somewhere, and was like, I guess, showcased like on a big LED on the back, like the back behind him, and I was just like, whoa, that's badass. So that was like probably one of the coolest shoots, like just seeing all the content roll out and just seeing like my photos like kind of everywhere.
You're like, that's awesome.
Yeah, and
Dude.
now the dude, now he just toured with Jaden Smith.
Oh, wow.
On that Icon tour.
Nice.
So that was pretty cool to see. Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I know you said you didn't really do like much post on that because everything just worked out perfectly. What just out of curiosity, what's your go-to program for doing post production?
Well, it was Lightroom and Photoshop, and now I switched to Capture One.
I'm not too familiar with that. Is there any reason why you switched to that?
I just like the way it just handles the photos, and you could just the clarity and sharpening tools like within Lightroom I feel are so powerful, but yet in Capture One it's like it's as powerful, but you can't get like an HDR image out of Capture One. Like you can't overdo it. There's and there's just the way that the way that it kind of handles your files and the way that you can post work in Capture One. I just enjoy it so much more than Lightroom.
Oh, cool, man.
So yeah,
That's cool.
I'm still learning it. I literally just switched over like maybe like 2 months ago.
Oh, okay.
So I'm still learning. Every once in a while I run into a situation where I gotta like YouTube something and kind of like figure out like
Yeah, just because it's like new to you or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
What's your setup like computer wise for editing?
I have a MacBook Pro and I run it to an LG like 34-inch curved monitor.
Okay, so you're an Apple guy.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
What about at work? You just bring that laptop with you to work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring the laptop. Yeah.
That's
and I
cool,
just have a
man.
monitor there, so I just
Nice.
kind of bring it back and forth.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm an Apple person too. I just can't do the whole PC thing, especially
No.
for like designing and photography and all that. It's just
Yeah.
not my thing.
You get on a PC nowadays and you're like, what?
What is this?
What is this?
So, dude, you're really big into like drone work. How did you first get into that?
I just bought a drone, man. I
Yeah.
just got one. Literally just picked one up and just started flying it. I think, what was it? I got it like right before like last year's Worthy trip. Thank God I had like that was like that anti like crash mode on
Oh
it or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, dude. Did it like?
Dude, I almost lost that thing like
Oh
right
my-
before my trip.
Oh,
I was
God.
flying it and then like almost hit like a tree, and then another time I was flying it and like the controller like turned off and like the drone was just flying, and I was like and I freaked because I didn't know what the hell was going on, and then I
Oh, shit.
saw the drone come back to me, so I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Good thing I had
Yeah.
this.
But I got into it. I think right when I got it, I started flying it, taking those photos. I feel like it got really popular really fast.
Oh yeah.
And then it's just kind of like, it's been dying out, but I still enjoyed every.
So fun, man.
Yeah.
I haven't personally done it or tried it, but I've been around friends and people who have, and it just looks so fun.
Yeah,
So fun. What's your setup like?
for the drone.
Yeah, like what do you have?
That Phantom Pro 4,
Okay.
and then I run the Polar Pro like ND filters, the cinematic version of
Yeah.
them. I just run those on them, and that's it. And then I like looked online. I think there's like a tutorial of like the best way to set up the camera to take photos with the drone.
Yeah.
So it's not like super sharp, and post it on Instagram. It's not gonna be crazy like edge sharp.
I hate how like some like those programs just like kill the quality.
Yeah.
I hate.
I mean,
that.
a lot of people. I don't know how. I've never printed a drone shot, but for the most part, I just post it on the gram.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, those are cool. I saw some of your work and I was like, this is badass. Like gotta ask him. When do you usually find yourself using your drone for like what type of work?
really, for the most part, it's more of like a video standpoint of it.
Mhm.
When we're on location with JJ and I are shooting something, he's always like, hey, just let's get a drone shot. Like. So he can use it as an opening shot. He can use it as a closing shot. We can use it in the middle somewhere. That's when I usually use it. Since I've been out here, I haven't really used it to like go and shoot anything like on the cliffs and stuff like that. Cause I just like to go out there every once in a while and just shoot it. Miami, I was always shooting it like
The beach.
the beaches and stuff like that, getting views and stuff.
It's always good for like B-roll or just to like
Yeah.
an intro or something.
Yeah.
That's cool.
For the most part, though, it's mainly video stuff.
Do you always have it on all your trips?
No.
Not always.
JJ is always stressing on it. We're always bringing like one, and then we're bringing like an Inspire. But sometimes I just it's a short trip. Am I really gonna use it? I don't think so.
And it would
Like,
suck to pack it in and not use it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it in a Pelican case now, so it's it's bigger of a box, and you got to check it in and stuff. So, so yeah, not all the time. I don't have it all the time, but we leave for Worthy next week, so we'll for sure have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be fun just to have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So dude, let's switch it over a little bit of like some lifestyle questions. Which do you prefer more and why? Living on the East Coast or the West Coast?
Can that be like a personal?
Yeah.
I love the West Coast.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And that's because I'm I'm so big into music,
It's so much bigger out here, man.
and so I've moved here once or twice. This is my second time moving to LA, and for Miami to be such a major spot in the music industry, and like within music, the shows are there's like zero.
I want. I hope I've noticed that because I have a lot of friends who live there, and like, it's hard for a tour to make a stop around there. I feel like
Yeah, it's
sometimes.
you'll be hyped that like a new artist or like an artist that you follow or that you love is launching like a tour. Like when I was in Miami, I have to like literally read the lines to like see if Miami's on there, and it's like you get pissed. Like, damn,
Yeah.
Miami's not on here, and it's like, why, Whereas my first time moving to LA to the West Coast, it was like I went to a Travis show, and I mean everyone was there.
Yeah.
Kanye was there, like, so like
This is like the place to be for like music. I feel like.
yeah. And then if on a photography standpoint, career standpoint, locations out here are just all over the place.
Mhm.
You can literally drive to the desert and shoot.
You go to the beach.
You can
or
go to the
whatever,
beach,
yeah.
you can shoot. You can go to the mountains and shoot.
Yeah.
It's all over the place, So it's
There's
amazing.
like way more opportunities out here, and
Yeah.
just like it's just like filled with a lot of like talent and people doing their thing.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's like super easy to get inspired and motivated and
Yeah.
collab with people as well. I feel
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah.
cool, man. So definitely the West Coast.
West Coast for sure. Yeah.
So, dude, you're really big into music. What type of music do you listen to?
A lot of hip hop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who have you been into recently?
Recently.
You heard J. Cole's new record yet?
I heard it, I haven't listened to it fully.
It like
I-
literally just came out.
Yeah. I listened to one of the tracks that I think everyone was talking about was like that 1985
Yeah.
song. But I don't know, man. There's like a different time and like place for the artist that I listen to right now.
Yeah.
Like I
It
need to
just
get
depends like what mood you're
yeah.
in.
I need to
right?
get hype and I need to like get some work done and I want to like vibe out and listen to Migos.
Yeah.
I'm chilling and kind of cooling down in the day. Like I listen to Black. It's not so much hip hop, but he has like that
Yeah.
hip hop sound to him.
With a little bit of like R&B and whatever.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think ASAP Rocky might be like who I'm really, really, really.
I'm looking forward to his new record
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's one that I'm just kind of
And
like
Berg's been stepping it up and stuff.
that whole ASAP mob and like all those guys like.
They go hard, man.
Yeah, yeah. So
Have you gotten a chance to see any of them live, like since out here? Or?
yeah,
Yeah.
I saw Ferg recently. I saw Rocky. Who else? I think that's it for now.
Yeah.
I bought tickets to a Migo concert last week.
I saw them when they were touring with Future. So good.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna come on late.
Yeah.
Like usually.
Dude, they're always late.
Right?
That's like their thing.
that was my
Well,
argument.
Well, my whole thing is like I'd rather see them come on late than like they've skipped shows before, like not showed up.
Well, in this scenario, they came out on time,
Yeah.
and I showed up late, and when I showed up, the show was over.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it was bad. Like I was just like, what
Oh my
the
God.
hell?
Did you like Culture, the new Culture record?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
liked it?
yeah.
So many songs.
So many songs, definitely. Yeah, there's so many, but I don't know. They.
I'd like a handful, but it's not a record I listen to all the way through.
Yeah. I don't listen to like everything, but I just some of this, I like some of their songs, some of the beats, some
Yeah,
of
the
the
beats
features.
are- yeah.
So, I'm a big 2 Chainz fan,
Oh,
so
2 Chainz.
he's on there, and some of the producers that are on there too, and that's like what I mainly like. I pay attention to.
Nice.
If I hear a beat and I don't hear the tag, I look for it, look who produced it. So that's always something that I always look for.
Yeah.
Um,
Have you ever thought about like making music, or is you just
That's
or
actually
tried?
That's actually where I started.
Oh, okay. Oh, that I did not know.
I don't think anyone knows that.
Whoa, exclusive.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, when I first got out of high school and I was thinking about going, when I was trying to see what I was gonna do, I went to Full Sail in Orlando to go for music, and I at the time I bought a Korg Triton. That was like the keyboard that Timberland had in Fade to Black.
Hmm.
I bought one of those and started making beats and stuff in my house, and just learning like all the Fruity Loops and stuff like that. And um, I don't know, I just didn't end up going with it, but
That's cool that you like dabbled in that and you know it.
yeah. And then now I
I'm sure
just
you have such more respect for it, like when you
yeah.
listen to it and you know what you
Yeah,
like.
yeah. I kind of like listen to the songs and the beats, kind of like deconstruct them a little bit. But it's also has that's why I feel like I have like that musical ear from, and I dabble here and there with like DJing. Like I got myself like a mixers and just kind of like I play around. I never take it too serious, but I just kind of like play around
That's
the house
awesome,
and
man.
stuff like that.
You
Yeah.
ever consider like doing like a show or someone's
Man, I
party or
would
something?
love to, man. I would love to. I've seen so many DJs live, and like I've been like right next to them, and just seeing them and like go crazy and stuff, and like queuing up songs to like get the crowd hype.
Dude,
Like
that's an art in itself. Oh my
yeah.
god, that'd be fun though. You should try that, man.
Oh, man, I don't know if I got it.
Think you can hold the crowd?
I'm sure I can hold the crowd, but it's just kind of it's you got to have that type of personality,
Yeah, I know. It's tough, man.
I see DJs jump on the table, like on their mixers, like where their mixers are at. I'm just like, oh my god, don't fall.
Have you seen that one video online where that guy was like, whispering
Yeah.
to the DJ, just like, oh my god,
Yeah.
man. You think his equipment was like ruined? Hope not.
Who knows, man? Who knows?
That's awesome, man. So, speaking of music, man, you have a fantastic portrait photo of Pusha T on your Instagram. I think it was like from like 2016. Tell us about that.
Dude, that was they were filming the Life video, I think it was.
Oh yeah, yeah.
With Fabulous, and they were shooting that video around Miami. I think if you see in that video, there Pusha T is driving a Ferrari, like a 458.
Yeah.
So we supplied the car for that shoot, and yeah, man, that was like one of my favorite artists and at the time, and I just kind of was like got there with my camera, started snapping around, and like they didn't say anything to me,
Dude, that's legit.
and I just happened to get a photo. That was like around the time when Tumblr was like a popular thing. I mean, people still use it every once in a while, but like
But it's kind of like died down.
yeah. But I posted that photo on Tumblr, and it just kind of blew up. And
Nice.
yeah.
Have you gotten to shoot like any artist while you've been doing your thing? Like even if it's a show or a portrait or just
Yeah.
anything? Yeah.
Yeah, I shot a couple people.
Yeah.
I got a chance to shoot. I think one of my first shoots, I shot Cool and Dre, the
Oh, whoa.
producers. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, on the freelance side, I got a couple projects that I got to do with beats and stuff. So
Yeah.
I got to like,
Yeah, what are some artists you've gotten to work with for beats?
French, Montana. Recently got some photos of Diddy.
Oh, nice.
Daniel Caesar, that was pretty cool. Yeah, he's blowing up right now.
Yeah.
King Combs.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Have these all been like portrait photos or like are they for like a campaign or what like?
they got
what
like
do they
this
think
thing
would be?
called like the Red Room.
Okay.
Like, it's
I've seen that. I've seen
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
So I got to do that. Kind of like snag some photos of those guys in there. I shot a campaign. I second shot on a campaign for Puma with my buddy Derek, and I got to shoot Sunny Digital.
the producer. Yeah.
Producer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was something that was pretty cool too to shoot. Who else? I've been trying to schedule something with Ricky Rax,
Oh yeah.
producer in Atlanta. Yeah, I don't know how we connected online or Twitter or something like that, but like I got his number, and I was sending him some videos and stuff of last year's Rolling Loud show, because Migos was performing, and they were performing like 2 or 3 songs that he's produced. So I was able to like film the videos and send it over to him, and he kind of posted them and stuff.
That's cool.
So yeah, and then like I've always been telling him like, yo, I'm going out, like whenever I'm going to Atlanta, kind of hit him up to see if I can get possible you know, shoot lined up with him, but he's kind of like under the radar a little bit. He
Yeah.
doesn't really like, I feel popped out. Um, some of these producers now are like DJs and stuff.
Yeah.
Metro Boomin's like
Dude, he blew up.
doing beats and he's also doing DJ sets and stuff.
Yeah,
So
I forget who he went on tour with recently, but he's just like touring and stuff.
yeah.
Super cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome, man. So, speaking of like you're on the West Coast now and everything. What are some of like your favorite like spots to hit up and stuff?
Food wise.
Yeah, or anything, food,
Music-wise?
clothes, music wise, anything, man.
Um, I would have to go with well, that flea market in Santa Monica or in Fairfax.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I love going there for some reason
yeah,
on Sundays. Like you could get a bunch of like vintage T-shirts, like old school shirts and jackets and stuff like that, and I feel like that's popular right now.
yeah.
Um, Also Kith opened up out here, so that's also a really good uh, store that I like to go to. And
Yeah.
I connected really well with some of the guys at the Miami location, and I was kind of bummed because I was leaving. I didn't have like the hookup over there anymore, and then I got to meet some of the guys out here in LA and stuff, and so that's
They
something
always
that
do their stores up really nicely.
Oh,
I love the
yeah,
New York
yeah.
one, the new York one. So cool.
I haven't been to that one yet.
Oh, you haven't? It's so cool.
Yeah.
I was seeing the videos that they did for like the Sean Witherspoon shoes, and I was just like, whoa!
Yeah.
Like the whole installment they had for that
Yeah,
was like
yeah.
super cool.
Yeah, and that I think that brand alone does it really well, like marketing wise and stuff like that. So it's kind of something that I look at
Yeah.
as well.
Have you gotten a chance to work with any like clothing brands, like for freelance wise, or is it just something that hasn't really?
I got a buddy right now that's here in LA. He's got a brand called Tomorrow's Laundry.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
You do work for them?
I don't do any work for them,
Oh,
but
but
like
yeah.
I'm like trying to like we're gonna talk about like some of the stuff that maybe I can shoot some of their stuff, some of their campaigns. It's kind of funny. They had a giveaway,
Oh.
and they were like, tag 3 of your friends and stuff like that. And you can see that all the time with like the Yeezy drops and stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of crazy. I was on the phone with Sempek, literally talking to him randomly, and I freaking screamed like, holy shit, because Sempek won. Sempek won like $500 worth of like apparel from the brand,
Whoa.
and it was kind of crazy. I don't even know if they realized like it was him or what, but yeah, he got plugged up with their stuff. They do like basic plain tees and like hoodies and stuff like that, but it's like a really good.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm not sure if it's like cut and sew or what. But
Oh, okay. And do they have their own storefront, or is it just somebody doing their own thing right now?
no, they just have like a like dealer lists like type of thing, selling to the dealers and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like different shops and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
that's something that I'm probably gonna try to like work with on
Yeah.
the side,
Cool.
on my
Man.
free time.
What's a besides work, like what's a typical day like for you, like on the weekends, or what do you like to get into? I know you're telling me you're like into ice hockey.
Yeah, I played hockey all my life, man, since I've been like 10 years
Dude,
old.
I didn't know that until we were like on the phone yesterday. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, all your life.
man, 10 years old, started playing, traveled a lot, Junior Olympics,
Ooh.
Narch, which is like a tournament, like big tournament where basically all the good teams play together and stuff. I was playing it back home in Miami, roller, outdoor. It's a little bit different. Speed of the game is a little bit slower.
Oh, what makes it slower? Just
The puck, like the
Oh.
surface of the puck, like it doesn't slide as well, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
a little bit slower. And
Do
then
you
it's,
prefer that over like the normal speed, or
no?
no?
Like I play now. I play now indoor roller, and I play ice. And the indoor roller is really fast. I enjoy that, and ice. I play a lot more ice right now, more than roller. But yeah, that's
What's your position? What position do you play?
anything really.
Anything?
Yeah.
Goalie even?
No goalie.
Everything minus
No
goalie.
goalie. No goalie.
Dude,
Yeah.
tough, man. That's a tough
Yeah.
position.
But yeah. I mean, typical day. Well, I got this time around on this move. I have a dog with me, so
Oh.
I gotta take him out. He's a little bit of a
Oh,
wake up, walk him out.
so
You know,
he sets your day up.
he sets the initial day. You know, he's the one that's
What kind of dog is it?
it's a golden doodle.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember you telling me
Yeah.
that.
So
Cute
he kind of
dogs.
he wakes me up in the morning. So I'm up at 6:30. You know, go take him out, do that. On the weekends, you know, every Saturday go wash the car, get it kind of nice for
Gotta
the
keep it clean.
yeah,
Man.
gotta keep it
Gotta
clean.
keep
You
it
know,
clean. I hate when my car is dirty.
yeah,
That's
gotta
the
keep
way.
it clean. You know, go to the gym, eat, make breakfast. You know, and
All
then
the
I
good
just
stuff.
kind of think about what's going around on the weekend. You know, it depends on what type of day, what's the day looking like. You know, whether I'm going to a concert at night or I'm gonna go hang out with some friends. Right now, it's NBA playoffs, so
Oh
you
yeah.
can
Who's your team?
Boston Celtics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Think they'll go all the way?
I'm on camera right now, so you know, I'm gonna say yes. We don't got Kyrie Irving right now, but you know, I made a bet with my buddy. I told him that we bet like $100 that he thinks Golden State's gonna take it. I think Rockets are
Oh.
gonna take it this
Okay.
year. So we'll see. Hey, I want them to, you know. So we'll see what happens.
Who's your hockey team?
You know, it's crazy. I haven't really followed hockey
Yeah.
as
You just
much
love
as
playing it, yeah.
I love playing it, but I haven't like followed it till recently. I was more into like old school hockey when the Colorado Avalanche had like Joe Sakic and Peter Forsberg, and you know when Sergei Fedorov and Pavel Bure used to play for the Panthers. Like that's when I was really like into it. So that was
Into it, yeah.
way back when.
Uh-huh.
Right now, I mean, I follow it, but you know, I don't want to be. I think the Las Vegas, the Golden Knight team is going to take it this year.
Mhm.
You know, I've been following their playoffs. So, but I really don't have a nice hockey team.
You just like playing it and
I
then
love
watching
playing
it
it,
just
yeah.
in general.
Yeah.
Well, I live in DC, so we're like all Caps fans. And
Of
they always
course.
they always let us down, man.
I mean, you got Ovechkin. He's
Yeah.
he's the baller, man. He's
know.
so good.
He's killer.
It's just
man.
good to watch him.
I know,
you
right?
know?
Whether we
Whether you win or lose,
At least it's good to
you know?
watch him.
It's like the Lakers, you know, when Kobe was there. You
Yeah.
don't matter if they win or lose. You want to see
You wanna
Kobe.
see Kobe,
You're
yeah,
there for
'cause it's
Kobe.
Kobe, yeah.
So,
legendary in itself. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, dude, I've noticed in your Instagram through your Instagram that you have a like really good relationship with your mom. Tell us a little bit like about like your family and where you were like born and raised and all that stuff.
I was born in Panama.
Oh.
Moved to the States when I was like 4. And
Moved around a lot as a kid, or just kind of stayed put.
no, I mean we moved a little bit, but not much that I remember. You know, I was like living in like Coral Springs for a little bit, and then like I moved to like a little bit down south, like Pembroke Pines, which is called like a little neighborhood. Yeah, man, my mom's just that's the number one right there.
MVP mom, man.
Yeah, man, she helped me through school. You know, we had like a garage. We built like a little office in the garage, and
Oh.
I used it as like my game room, and I also used it as like where I did all my work. Yeah, man, that's the one that's just kind of like helped me through everything, and she's always there. So
That's awesome, man.
my dad, I kind of hang, you know, we spoke every once in a while, and we just my parents are divorced, but you know, at that point where at my age, I knew who I was staying with, you know.
Yeah,
so it was
absolutely.
kind of like so me and my mom were just kind of like we're so close. Talk to her every day.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's good that you guys have that relationship. I'm sure she's like really supportive of like your
Everything.
life and career and
Yeah,
stuff.
everything.
That's
yeah.
awesome, man.
And now that like I'm working and stuff like that, like, you know, can't buy her a car or anything yet, you know, but like she loves to go out to dinner and loves to go out to eat, so there's I always try to take her out, and we kind of have that like relationship. She's texting me every day like, hey, I want to go to a new restaurant tonight. Can you let me know of a new place? You know, so it's kind of like that's what the conversations are. You
Yeah.
know, I wake up in the morning to like all of the food pictures and stuff. So
Dude, I always feel like it's important to have like that relationship with your mom, man.
Always.
It's always cool to see like when Tupac made a song about his
Yeah.
mom, or like Drake has a good
Yeah.
relationship with his mom, or just like or any athlete who's just like all
Yeah.
about like that relationship, because it goes a long way.
Definitely
It,
does.
it always does, man.
Definitely does.
So, dude, you've been like killing it, man, with like all your work and stuff. Like, where do you see yourself in the next like couple years? Tough one.
Tough one, dude. I don't know.
Do you want? Have you? Is there like anything that you've wanted to try, like hobby wise, or something that you've wanted to start? Because I remember for the longest time I was like, I want to start a podcast, and I was like,
Yeah.
always like put it off, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And I always have just like that one thing that I'm always like, I just want to like one day get to that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Is there like a goal that you have in mind, like for anything, or?
Well, as a creative, like I'm happy where I'm at right now. I've got to experience so much. I think one thing that I would like to bring to the table is like merch and like prints and stuff. I'm working on some stuff right now. I haven't really like announced anything, but I got a set of prints that I'm about to drop,
Oh, dope.
and I think I don't know. I just want to maybe like I get opportunities to shoot amazing vehicles and amazing portraits and amazing landscapes and stuff like that. And if I could bring, whether it's a print or whether it's a product of some sort to the table,
That's huge.
yeah. So I would really like to like, I guess have my own brand under my name and stuff like that.
Dude,
It's
I
kinda
can see
like-
that like really hitting it off.
Yeah.
Because I would buy one of your prints.
Hey. I can drop it soon,
That's what's up, man. That's awesome.
I
Dude.
was gonna do it before Worthy, but now I don't want to.
You don't want to rush it, man.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
something
wanna
that you
rush
want to
it.
just like take your time on
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
That's cool. Like I just wanted to. Yeah, I think that's something that I really want to. Next couple of years, I feel like I want to develop like my own stuff, like my own brand, and kind of bring that to the table because I'm happy where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm happy what I'm doing.
Yeah, you have like such a solid, sweet, like cool day job that like,
Yeah, it's
people
fun.
aspire to.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It gets stressful.
Oh, I bet.
Don't get me
Just
wrong,
like any
it gets
job, but that's what
stressful.
makes it fun, right?
But yeah, it's fun. It's cool. So yeah, I mean, bringing my own stuff on the side, like my own brand. I think that's kind of like what I want to do. But it's tough.
Oh, dude, absolutely.
Branding yourself.
Dude, yes, that's tough.
Give me something else to do. I'll market it and do
But
and
when
think
it's
of all these
yourself,
ideas.
it's
When it's
tough.
myself, it's like
Yeah.
I'm doing a podcast on camera right now. I never talk on camera.
I was like, don't be nervous, dude. Dude, did you have to like market and you had to market yourself and do like a logo and stuff when you were doing the design school, right?
Yeah.
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 How was that?
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how.
I know it's a lot different when you like when you're like years later and you're like been working professionally and stuff, and it comes time to do a brand for yourself, like,
Right.
and you're selling things, but like it's not so fun as like a student as well.
Of course, yeah. I mean, that's when you really need to like start to get a hold of things and for yourself and for your brand and stuff.
Yeah.
That's during school is how the A.O. Anderson kind of came about.
Is that something? How did that name come about, or when did you start going by that, or whatever?
My buddy Mark, I was going to school with him, and he would always catch me in the hallways, and it was just like "Ayo," and it just kind of like wasn't "Ayo," it was just kind of like "Yo" type of thing,
Yeah.
like screaming across the hallway. And when I was thinking about a logo in one of my classes, I was just thinking like, what am I gonna do? Like, what am I gonna do? And I didn't want to do something like with photography in it. I just
I hate
didn't-
when kids do that, man. In school, I'm sure you saw that a lot.
I mean, I see it all the time, but it's just I think it's just I don't know. I just didn't want to have it.
Yeah.
It's smart from a marketing standpoint. I do, but I just didn't want to have that. And then I just kind of came like in class was just like A.O. Anderson, but it's kind of weird because I spell it different. So it's kind of like it's also hard for you to like go to my website.
Yeah.
So I have to like buy a bunch of domains and buy different ways to like spell it and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So that's kind
But
of
you got like the short and like Anderson.
Yeah.
I like that.
I have
That's
to
cool.
yeah, I like it too, but now that I'm older, I hate it. Like you ask me for my email, I have to like spell it out for you every
yeah.
time. Yeah.
But it's like cool and hip though at the same time.
Right.
It has its like
Right. So
Yeah,
I couldn't do like Anthony Anderson photography. That's so long,
that's
you
so
know.
long. Yeah,
So
it's tough.
yeah,
Um, what's been one of the most like valuable like lessons that you've learned from just like being a professional? Like
communication.
communication,
Yeah,
number one thing,
number
right?
one thing.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't feel like you can't get faulted if you just communicate.
yeah.
You know, that's you can't you can't do everything on your own,
Mm-mm.
and that's something that I think people tend to try to do. If you communicate, I mean, it's just you're giving people a heads up, you're giving people your updates, you're giving so people can kind of like work because things have to like whether you have to change a schedule around on a front end or the back end of something, it's just like if you communicate with somebody,
There's
that's
no
like
chance for like error or for like miscommunication or for
right,
anything to go wrong.
right,
You're both on the like same page.
right. I've been on a deadline before where it's like knock out these edits, and it's like, damn, dude, like, all
I'm
right,
gonna have to talk to someone or
I'm
something.
gonna
Yeah.
try, and then it's like you got 2-3 days before the deadline is due. Tell somebody,
Mm-hmm.
like, hey man, I don't think I'm gonna get this done, and you get a helping hand, or you change the schedule on the back end of whatever you're working on, or whatever scenario you're at.
Yeah.
Other people come in to help, so I think communication is like one of the key things
Yeah.
that is during what I've learned in like my career
Oh
and stuff.
yeah. It's important across the board, I think, too. Like even with like life, obviously, and
Right.
just obviously professional, but just like it goes a
Right.
long way,
Right.
man.
Right.
Yeah. And so dude, we've been talking for like about like an hour and some change now at this point, man. Like I'm all out of questions. Before we end it, like, is there any like shout outs you'd like to give or like any last words?
Oh man.
Check out the page, right? Your website, yeah.
Oh man, shout outs, huh? Oh man. I don't know. I don't want to miss out on the shout outs, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to miss out on the homies that deserve it.
Mom number one though,
Mom's
right?
number one. Yeah. And I don't know. There's a lot of guys out there that are just keeping me inspired right now, and a lot of people that are showing me like different, not even in the same field, but like just what they're doing
Their craft. Yeah.
do what in their craft. So there's a couple of people out there that I shout out to. I'm gonna go with Della. The dude's putting out videos left and right, and it's just
Killing it.
killing it. Shout out to Sempek. This guy's
The homie.
I moved out here with him. He was my roommate, and saw him go from to where he wants to be now. He's got doing his designs and stuff like that.
Making reels.
Yeah,
killing it.
Yeah, he's getting it done out there. Shout out to my buddy Kevin. He's out here, stuntman. I think he was in Black Panther.
Oh wow.
You guys,
Holy
I don't know.
shit.
Yeah, cool,
Good
cool,
movie,
cool,
man.
cool little thing there. He's throwing up always like the inspiration out there, and kind of giving me some of the different advice on stuff.
Always good to have advice.
Yeah. Shout out to some of the supporting cast, my boy Ryan, always coming out, showing love. I always send him some content and stuff like that, because he's not in so much of our scene. So it's like I get like a different outside aspect of like, or I like what he thinks.
That's always good to get, man.
Yeah.
Always good.
Yeah. Because you're so kind
In
of
that, yeah.
in that,
Always good to get like a fresh eye or someone
Fresh
who's
eye.
not into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good, man. That's a good thing to have.
Yeah. Shout out to JJ. I work with him the most every single day. So that dude's kind of, me and him go back and forth, and
It's a love thing. Though.
yeah. Shout out to the crew at Rotiform, like, dude, everyone over there is just
Killing it.
Everyone gets, everyone's vibing, working, and kind of like it makes the job fun, and yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Cool.
Yeah. I'm not gonna drop the website and stuff like that because I'm gonna get some new content up and drop all the new prints. But stay tuned for the prints.
Hell
you
yeah,
know,
man.
I got a couple of them, a little bit more artistic vibe to it than actual like, you know, a GTR slammed on air and stuff like that. Like kind of doing a little bit more of a artistic look to the prints.
Is it all automotive, or are you gonna do some portraits or some?
No, it's all a lot of automotive stuff and a lot of landscape stuff.
Okay.
I gotta showcase, you know, Austria.
Oh, absolutely, man.
You know,
Yeah.
so but yeah, that's about it, man.
Cool, man. Awesome.
Appreciate the
Yeah, dude.
the
Of
time,
course.
dude.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for doing this, man.
Yeah.
It's been fun, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, this has been Christian Loza with How It's Done Podcast, and this has been Anthony Anderson. Thanks, man.
Thanks, man.
Peace.
Later. That was cool.
That was fun. That was good, man. Dude, thanks again, man.
Yeah.
That was awesome, dude. Super cool.